We've got on the line the founder of a business being called the Uber for moving trucks and vans. His name is Mike Barcz. The company is called Fetchit Technologies, Inc., and he joins us now. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Barb. Thanks for having me.
You know what? It's great to have you, and I will be honest with our listeners. You reached out to me and said, hey, I've got this great thing to tell you about. So that was nice. I'm glad you did that.
I've been a long-time listener, so I figured I'd reach out and try and get on the show. We're a total startup right now, so we're reaching out every option, every avenue we can. So we're really thankful that you were able to have us on.
Sure. So how old is the company, or how young is the company?
Young. We just launched about 4 months ago in November of last year. We're just getting out of our beta right now, so we're kind of opening up the rest of the GTA to users and businesses alike.
Okay, Mike. So how do you get the idea to do something like this, and then what goes into putting it together?
It all started for me when I was in college. I started moving people's stuff around town with my pickup truck. And when I finished school, I realized that there was this niche, because the thing about moving stuff is, it's labor intensive. It takes so much effort to move something from point A to point B. And I realized that there was a better way. There was a better way than renting a truck or hiring a moving company or finding some random guy off Kijiji. So I started talking to my co-founder, Matt, and we came up with this idea basically with Uber, where having everything on your phone. And that's how we kind of launched the idea of Fetchit.
So it's an app?
That's right, yes. It's available for Android and iPhone.
And this is for people who are looking to move stuff?
Yeah, so we focus on what we call micro moves. So these are typically 1 or 2 items that don't fit in your typical car. So we've got pickup trucks, cargo vans, and 16-footers available. We've got over 100 drivers right now. All of them are professional movers. They've all got the equipment, the know-how, and the skills to get your basic large one done.
Is the idea of this, Mike, that you would contact somebody at the last minute, like you would contact an Uber?
Yeah, so it's on demand. We could typically get a driver out in 30 minutes or so. But our users are able to schedule in advance as well. I know usually people like to have things planned ahead when it comes to these types of things. So we give the options for both on demand or a pre-scheduled move.
Okay, so is it in the interest of one of the customers, I guess, to book through you because what? Is it cheaper? Is it easier?
Barb, I would honestly say it's all of that. The benefit of Fetchit is that you get your on-demand mover to show up to where you have to go. So there's no more going to the rental truck agency, getting that truck, driving through town, especially if you don't feel comfortable driving through the big city streets. It's a lot easier to have a professional show up, help you load everything, and when the job's done, they're off. There's no tanking up, no dropping it off, none of that. And it usually comes out to the same price, which is just a bonus.
Okay, so and I'm on the line with Mike Barcz. He's the co-founder of Fetchit. This is a new app. And it's sort of like the Uber for moving trucks and vans, but it's like the Uber and you're getting the guy who's helping you move. It's not like you just get the truck, you're getting the mover guy with it.
That's right, yeah. And he's a professional. All our drivers are background checked. They've been working in these fields. Some of them have been doing this for over 20 years. So it's not just a random guy that shows up. These are professionals who've been vouched for with our system to show up and actually get the job done properly. Strapping everything down, making sure that it's wrapped up for the journey, so nothing gets damaged or nothing gets misplaced during the delivery.
Now, I know by nature you are a mover, but I'm going to ask you if you can to not move right now because you're making a lot of noise with your phone, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm just going to get you to stay still because you're probably a little nervous or moving around or something. But so how much does it cost? How does the payment work for this?
So we've developed an algorithm that's built into the app. So it really depends on the distance and the type of vehicle that you're renting. But on average, it comes out to the same as your typical truck rental. But on top of that, you get the extra manpower and the time-saving ability of it too, right?
And like Uber, do you put in where your trip is going to be, and do you get an idea of what you're going to pay before the truck comes?
That's right, yeah. So every job comes with 10 minutes of free labor for loading and unloading. Usually that's more than enough, especially with our curbside pickup and drop-offs. And you get the algorithm spits out a number at you, and if you like what you see, you could call a driver, and he should show up in 30 minutes. Or like I said, he could be pre-scheduled for a week or two in advance.
Somebody texted in and wants to know, what are the insurance implications for an interested driver?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a tough one for us. We finally locked down insurance. So everything that's moved through Fetchit is covered in case of damage or anything like that. But that was one of the biggest things that we had to take care of, and I'm happy to say we finally insured all of Fetchit's cargo. So there's nothing to worry about on that side. But like I say, the professional drivers have yet to damage anything during a move.
And so if somebody is interested in being a driver, they also are going to be a mover, not just a driver.
That's right. Yeah. So like I say, a lot of these guys are professionals. We find a lot of them through moving companies for them to get side jobs, and a lot of them are couriers as well. So they've been doing this for years, and they've got the experience and, more importantly, the tools too. So it's not just getting thrown in the back of the truck; it's getting properly strapped down.
Okay, so when you're using Fetchit, you're probably going to get someone who works with a moving company, and they're just doing this in their free time, maybe to make extra money. So you've got a professional.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are small-time business owners who are just looking to fill in their day-to-day schedule, and Fetchit provides that for them. Sometimes their busy schedule isn't busy, so we kind of fill in that area for them.
Are you still driving and moving?
I am not. No, I'm trying to sit still.
No, I mean, like, generally, are you still part of the fleet?
Oh, yes. You know what? Sometimes I pick up a job, especially if it's local. I love the road, so it's hard to stay away from it.
Somebody wanted to know, because they said, obviously, the true sign of a best friend is someone who helps you move. So is Mike our new best friend?
I'd like to be.
It sounds like a great idea. I'll tell you, we're in the middle of a reno, and we've had people come and look at furniture, and then their next thing is, okay, I'm going to have to hire a truck, and I'm going to have to get the truck over here. This kind of thing would be perfect.
Yeah, so our biggest type of job is exactly that, those Kijiji purchases or those Facebook buy and sell groups. Someone has something, it's going at a great deal, but you can't get it home. And, sometimes the thing's about to go, someone else is going to buy it. If you can get it to leave the site right then and there, then it's yours. And that's exactly where Fetchit comes in and makes its play. All
right. So we just go on the App Store and look for Fetchit?
Yeah. So you just search Fetchit, one word, or you could check us out at gofetchit.ca.
Terrific. Good luck with it. It's a fabulous idea. And hopefully we'll get to do something on this again soon. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thanks, Barb. Have a good night.
You too. That is Mike Barcz, co-founder of Fetchit. It's gofetchit.ca or Fetchit on the App Store.